Hello everyone, we are back again on our Venomancer. We are now level 60 and we had the most interesting and fun way to ding level 60 that I've ever had. So that was quite fun. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go back and watch my last video. It was quite funny. Anyway, we are going to take a look at my character right now because I have been playing a lot on this character after my last ding. I've been playing a lot of Battlegrounds, I've been farming gear, I've been playing a lot of Arena, but first we are going to take a look at my gear. So I am full Conquest geared at the moment. This is the gear that you buy for Conquest points and Arena points. So I have the Knight armor, that focuses on intellect, spell power, of course, stamina, have a lot of resilience. I have the contender gear. I do have some off pieces that are not perfect, like the wrist and the belt, but for the most part, my gear is pretty good. I'm rocking a dual wield daggers at the moment because there was one in the comment section that said that, you know what, Venomancers can dual wield. And I actually kind of forgot about that. So I've been running around and leveling with my staff, but dual wield is so much better. Like, it's an insane upgrade. And I am considering making like an in-depth gear guide for just Venomancer, but I'm telling you right now, the setup that I have right now is very good. So the main hand is, of course, intellect and spell power. I have the arcane artillery enchant, and then my offhand. So the offhand is a bit more difficult to get, but this dagger is very good. It's fast, has a fast attack speed. I have the spell power enchant on it. I have the soldier's oil on it. Good stamina, good intellect, but it has a 33% chance to increase my spell power by 103, which is really good, by the way. It's insanely good. And it procs very often. It's like 1 proc per minute, but you can kind of manipulate the proc chance. The second thing is this trinket is kind of in the middle of the air. I'm not sure if it's the best one, but I just really like the proc chance, because sometimes if I'm running around healing myself, let's see if it procs now, if I'm lucky. Yeah, there we go. 3 spells and it procced. So then my next spell is now free. So this proc chance is basically another clear casting on top of the clear casting that I get from my talents, the Tome of Ankahet. Those two combined make it just more fluent to play the spec, because sometimes you can be a bit energy starved. So my gear, I have 444 PvP power. My item level is 68.41. I have 561 spell power, and you know, when you combine that with my dagger, which gives me 103, and my arcane artillery, which I think gives me like 80, the spell power is gonna stack like pretty high. 80% crit chance on spells, 19% crit chance on melee, and I have 367 resilience. So my gear is pretty good. So what you guys are going to be seeing in this video is basically some of my PvP matches, my arena matches. And I just want to be completely honest. I struggled a lot because there's been a lot of changes to this game after I started playing. Been a lot of nerfs to like Fellsworn and other classes, and some fixes and some new bugs. A lot of things have been happening. So first I was kind of hard stuck at 1700 and I just kept losing. I was really stuck. I couldn't climb. But you know, things happened. Then someone told me about this other Venomancer. I think he is playing on Vol'jin. That was doing pretty well. Some people said he was even rank 1. So I watched the stream of someone spectating his game, and I was like, okay, this guy plays in a very different way. And he was actually the guy that I stole this dagger from, because I didn't know this dagger existed before I spectated him. So that was actually quite nice. And just by looking at his playstyle, but also looking at his talents. My talents right now are a bit different than they used to be. And before, I used to focus a lot more on direct damage through my Venom Fang. So Venom Fang is basically your bread and butter ability, kind of. But the direct damage is not our greatest strength. Our greatest strength is damage over time. So he kind of showed, after like watching him play and looking at the spells that he used, and kind of deciphered his talents, because I didn't know his talent. I didn't expect him. So I didn't know, so I had to kind of guess. But this is the talent that I have right now, and they're kind of, especially the class tree, we're going to take that last, but it focuses heavily on damage over time. So your Withering Venom is quite strong. Nerubian Sting stacks up to 4 times, I think. And you also have Face Melter. I didn't really think Face Melter was a good spell, but apparently it is, because if you get Rotfang, 4 stacks of Nerubian Sting, Withering Venom, and Face Melter on the target, that target is like 99% chance is gonna die. So this is more of a damage over time spec that it's very, very strong. So instead of going, you know, One Man's Poison and Broodlord for the little spiderlings, you go Deadly Neurotoxins to make your Nerubian Sting do more damage and stack 1 extra time. And getting the Cunning of Nerubar, making you, you know, do more damage. The thing that is more optional in the class tree that I kind of, you know, fixed myself is that he went into Shadra's Lair. Me personally, I don't really like this spell. That's just my playstyle, and this is just my personal preference. So I don't have this. So I don't have a capstone. I just went into Ambush Predator instead, because this Ambush Predator is so strong, because when I go into Burrow, my trinket actually procced again. When I go into Burrow and I unburrow, I'm in stealth, which is really, really, really nice. I think it's a great escape tool, but you might see some clips of me using that spell as a re-engage. So I burrow underground, I unburrow behind them, and then I ambush with a Venofang, or I fear them with an Arachnophobia. So it's a very good spell in my opinion. And the second part of the ability, or the talent, is that every time I use the spell, so now it's on cooldown for 5 minutes, but if I stay in stealth for 2.5 minutes, that is going to basically reset the cooldown of Burrow. So Burrow is basically a 2.5 minute cooldown if I stay 2.5 minutes in stealth. And I just like that playstyle a lot more, because again, I play a lot of Battlegrounds, and having the opportunity to use Burrow more often is more beneficial for me than having Shadra's Lair. And I think this ability is a bit bugged as well, because I did test it, but people kept shooting me through the thing. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let's take a look at some of my arena matches. You might see some low level rating in the beginning, and then we're going to take a look at some high level matches afterwards. Just as a little disclaimer while we are watching the clips in the background, this is very old recordings. This is my first arena games after dinging level 60. My gear is bad. It's basically the honor gear that I managed to farm while I was leveling. My trinkets are bad. I don't have any weak auras set up to track enemy cooldowns. And of course, my knowledge of the game and the classes is also bad. So the gameplay here is much worse than it is today, to be completely frank. So just be patient. I'm going to show some clips at the end that are higher rated, and I'm going to reveal what rating I am, and you can judge for yourself. So after seeing those games, which were not very high quality, if I'm going to be completely honest, you're probably wondering, what rating does Neox have right now? Well, my rating as of making this video, let's see, is I am rival at 2061 rating. And as of recording this video, that means that I am rank number, let's see, I am rank number 53 on the server. And this is the Rexar server. So in the rank 1 versus 1 ranked ladder, there are 52 players that are higher ranked than me at this speaking moment. So now let's take a look at some higher level PvP. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a subscribe and all that jazz. We are getting closer and closer to 8,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is kind of cool. These videos take a very long time to record and edit, so I would really appreciate it if you left a comment or something, something cool. If you have anything interesting to say about the arena matches, maybe some strategies and stuff, leave it in the comments. It's cool to share. Anyway, guys, see you soon again. Bye-bye.